Are your ankles swelling so severely that you can scarcely bend your foot anymore? I'm not talking about the slight puffiness that shows up after a long flight. What I'm describing are legs that feel extremely heavy, like dense boulders, with skin stretched so tight it feels painful, and those deep, persistent indentations your socks leave behind, the kind known as pitting edema. Is this the situation you're facing every night? Pay very close attention, because this extreme fluid buildup is far more than just an uncomfortable annoyance. It acts as a bright, urgent warning sign that your circulatory system is under serious pressure. When fluid stubbornly pools in the lower parts of your legs, gravity is clearly winning, slowing your blood flow to a very sluggish pace. This slowed circulation is called venous stasis, and it creates the perfect environment for dangerous, potentially life-threatening blood clots known as deep vein thrombosis, or DVT. At its heart, this is a serious issue of circulatory health, not merely something cosmetic or superficial. You've most likely already tried every standard recommendation: elevating your legs, soaking your feet, or drastically cutting salt from your diet. Yet the swelling still refuses to subside. Why does this persist? Because you're only treating the visible symptom. You're missing the crucial overnight routine that doesn't just manage fluid. It actively and forcefully reverses the buildup while you sleep. I'm sharing with you the complete, authoritative evening vascular recovery method. We will systematically cleanse from within, strengthen the veins, and manually drive the excess fluid out of your legs before your head even touches the pillow. When you wake up, your feet will feel smooth, flexible, and comfortable enough to slide easily into your favorite shoes. This approach directly targets the root cause: chronic venous insufficiency. And please give this next part your full attention. The final piece of this routine is the real clinical secret: a powerful, naturally derived plant compound that specialists use to reinforce vein walls from the inside out. Do not skip it. We begin right away with the internal groundwork. Simply advising someone to reduce sodium is often not enough. Swelling commonly arises from a severe imbalance in your key electrolytes: sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Your kidneys, responsible for regulating most of your body's fluid balance, require these minerals in precise proportions. When potassium or magnesium levels are low, your cells cling desperately to sodium and, as a result, to water, creating the pressurized pooling we see as swelling. That's why we perform a cellular flush before sleep. 60 minutes before your planned bedtime, carry out this action involving magnesium and potassium together. Magnesium citrate acts as a natural relaxant for smooth muscles. It helps ease tension in the walls of your blood vessels, the exact veins we're working to clear, and supports proper cellular hydration. I recommend 1 full teaspoon, about 300 to 400 mg of elemental magnesium, thoroughly mixed into 12 ounces of water. The key addition here is potassium bitartrate, commonly known as cream of tartar. Potassium is the primary regulator of fluid inside your cells, directly counteracting sodium, which operates outside the cells. Boosting potassium signals your cells to release excess sodium and the water it's holding. Add a generous pinch, approximately 1/4 teaspoon, of cream of tartar to your magnesium drink. Sip this mixture slowly, finishing it 60 minutes before you intend to sleep. The timing is critical because it gives your kidneys and circulatory system an early start, initiating a gentle whole-body fluid release before you lie down and gravity no longer assists. Remember, the goal is to keep fluid moving while your posture still allows gravity to help. If you have any pre-existing kidney condition, you must consult your doctor before making significant changes to your potassium or magnesium intake. For everyone else, this is the essential foundation. Your body is now internally prepared, but that alone cannot overcome the constant burden of chronic swelling. We need a physical stimulus to force those veins to respond decisively. When blood is allowed to pool in your ankles, the veins become lazy, overly stretched, and lose the necessary tone to push blood upward against gravity. We are going to activate your natural, powerful vascular pump through thermal contrast, known as the Hunting response, which produces rapid cycles of contraction and relaxation. This uses the contrast bath method adapted for use right before sleep. Prepare 2 basins. Fill one with water as hot as you can comfortably tolerate, and the other with the coldest tap water possible, adding 5 to 6 ice cube trays to ensure it's intensely cold. The process is straightforward. Start by immersing both feet in the hot water for 3 full minutes. This causes significant vasodilation. Your veins open wide, drawing stagnant blood and fluid closer to the surface. Then immediately transfer your feet to the ice-cold water and hold them there for a full 60 seconds. This is the tough part, so breathe deeply. The extreme cold triggers powerful vasoconstriction. The veins clamp down sharply, forcefully squeezing blood and trapped fluid out of the area and back into central circulation. Repeat this entire cycle 3 times. 3 minutes hot, 1 minute cold, 3 minutes hot, 1 minute cold, and finish with one final minute in the cold water. The benefit immediately after that last cold immersion is tremendous. As soon as you remove your feet, the skin begins warming rapidly, triggering a strong reflexive vein dilation, a powerful surge. This creates suction that pulls oxygen-rich fresh blood into the lower extremities, while carrying away waste and displaced fluid. This is the fastest manual way to relieve congestion in your lower legs right before getting into bed. We have now cleansed the system and stimulated the veins. However, gravity remains a persistent threat. Simply propping your legs passively on a pillow makes drainage slow and only partially effective. To truly shift trapped fluid, you need an active component. You must engage your strong calf muscles, often called the body's second heart, to compress the veins that run through them. This is the essence of the muscle pump. The technique is based on the restorative yoga pose Viparita Karani, or legs up the wall. Lie flat on your back near a wall, slide your hips as close to the wall as possible. Then lift your legs straight up until your heels rest on the wall, forming a clean L shape. This positions your lower legs above heart level, allowing gravity to assist. Here is the vital refinement: you cannot just lie still. Every 60 seconds, perform an intentional ankle movement. Strongly point your toes toward the ceiling and hold for a count of 5. That's the extension. Then forcefully flex your feet, pulling your toes back toward your shins, and hold for another count of 5. This vigorous muscle action is exactly what squeezes the venous reservoir in your calves. Perform this point flex sequence 10 times per minute for a total of 5 minutes. This is active gravitational drainage. The combination of deliberate pumping and the inverted position creates the greatest pressure gradient, pushing fluid upward from the ankle storage areas into the larger veins of your thighs and pelvis, where the main circulatory system can handle it effectively. 5 minutes of this is equivalent to receiving an intensive active lymphatic drainage massage for your entire lower body. Make these 5 minutes absolutely mandatory every single night without fail. We have successfully removed the excess fluid. Now we must reinforce the vascular framework. Why does fluid leak from your blood vessels in the first place? Because the walls of your tiniest vessels, the capillaries, become fragile, permeable, and leaky due to inflammation and oxidative stress from free radicals. We need a topical preparation that can tighten and tone these compromised vessels. We go beyond simple moisturizers and use concentrated plant-derived venotonics blended with a carrier oil. Cypress essential oil is widely respected for its vein-strengthening properties, helping reduce vascular permeability while supporting capillary integrity. This delivers the structural improvement through massage. You will need 5 drops of cypress oil. Rosemary essential oil is a potent promoter of circulation. It enhances local blood flow, ensuring the fluid we've displaced is quickly carried away and doesn't resettle in the same area. You will need 5 drops of rosemary oil. Combine the total 10 drops with 1 tablespoon of a suitable carrier oil, such as fractionated coconut oil or almond oil. This is not a quick slather, it is a deliberate targeted massage. Sit comfortably with your legs extended. Begin with a small amount of the oil blend at your toes. Then apply firm upward strokes to work it deeply into your feet, progressing toward the ankles and continuing up your calves. Always direct the massage movements toward your heart. You are manually assisting venous return. Give extra attention to the lower portions of your calves, ending the massage just below the back of the knee. This application stimulates local nerves, drives the active ingredients deep into the tissue, and provides the anti-inflammatory benefits needed to repair those permeable vessels. With the veins now toned and the fluid cleared, we must protect those gains throughout the entire night. Compression plays a role here, but using the wrong type can severely compromise circulation. If you've been prescribed 20 to 30 mm Hg compression stockings for daytime wear, that is appropriate for daytime. However, you must never sleep in strong, high-pressure compression garments. When lying down, blood pressure equalizes and intense stockings can dangerously restrict flow, creating a constricting band-like effect overnight. Instead, choose a gentle therapeutic maintenance level. The secret is mild compression, typically found in lightweight travel or flight socks. Look for socks rated 8 to 15 mm Hg. This range provides the ideal pressure to sustain the edema reduction achieved earlier without impeding flow while you're horizontal. These socks deliver a steady, moderate squeeze that prevents tissue spaces from expanding again and reabsorbing fluid your kidneys are still processing overnight. How you wear them matters greatly for general edema. Ankle-length or calf-length socks are sufficient. Above all, check the upper cuff. If the elastic leaves a noticeable deep groove in your skin, it is too tight for nighttime and acts as a hazardous constrictor. Roll the cuff down or switch to a looser pair. The pressure must be graduated, never concentrated heavily at the top. Apply them right after finishing the oil massage to lock in the fluid reduction. You're almost ready for bed now. But before you relax, understand that one of your most common evening habits, your hydration routine, is undermining everything. Drinking water doesn't exit your system instantly. Your kidneys filter it, and that process takes time. Your body is also less efficient at moving large fluid volumes when lying flat. Drinking a lot right before bed almost guarantees that liquid will settle in your lowest extremities due to gravity. You need a strict 3-hour fluid restriction before your scheduled lights-out time. For example, if you aim to sleep by 10:00 p.m., your last significant drink of water should be no later than 7:00 p.m. This means stopping large glasses of water, herbal teas, or any other beverages. The only exception is a tiny sip, just enough to swallow your supplements for the final part. By enforcing this cutoff, you give your kidneys 3 full hours to complete their final fluid regulation while you're still mostly upright. This maximizes the processing and removal of excess fluid before you lie down, and gravity works against venous return. We are now ready for the internal whole-body restoration phase. Everything done so far has focused on drainage and mechanical strengthening. But the primary cause of persistent edema often lies in chronic venous insufficiency, meaning your capillary walls are leaking. We need a high-quality, naturally sourced supplement capable of repairing this damage. This two-part combination is the most evidence-supported natural approach for addressing CVI and edema. First is horse chestnut seed extract, or HCSE. This serves as the clinical cornerstone. HCSE contains a substance called eosin, proven to effectively seal capillary walls, thereby reducing their permeability or leakiness. It also promotes prostaglandin production, which enhances venous tone. Choose a high-quality product standardized to 50 mg of eosin. Take 300 mg of HCSE with your final small sip of water. Second is pycnogenol pine bark extract. This acts as the complementary element. Pycnogenol is an exceptionally potent antioxidant that reinforces the collagen framework around your blood vessels. It improves microcirculation and provides strong anti-inflammatory benefits, working synergistically with HCSE to restore and strengthen the entire vascular structure. Take 100 mg of pycnogenol. Why take this combination at bedtime? During deep sleep phases, your body shifts into a restorative state. By introducing this powerful venotonic pairing just before sleep, you supply your system with essential building blocks for vascular healing exactly when the body is most receptive to repair. This combination allows you to move from daily symptom management to lasting improvement of your edema. That completes the full routine. You are now fully equipped. However, before you settle in, I must point out the one widespread habit that rapidly reverses all this circulatory progress. You're likely doing it right now, crossing your legs. Whether sitting on a sofa or lying on your side with one leg draped over the other, leg crossing creates a physical blockage. A constriction in the major femoral artery and vein responsible for returning blood and fluid upward. It quickly causes stagnation in the lower leg again. Tonight, as you prepare to rest, make a conscious effort to keep your feet flat and your legs parallel. If you sleep on your side, place a thick body pillow between your knees. This alignment keeps your knees, ankles, and hips properly in line, ensuring the femoral vessels remain open and functional. This is the final essential action, preserving an unimpeded pathway. You have cleared the channels, now ensure continuous flow. You now have the complete vascular restoration routine. The magnesium-potassium flush, the 60-second cold shock, the 5-minute wall-supported pump, the cypress rosemary vein massage. The 8 to 15 mm Hg compression adjustment, the 3-hour fluid restriction, and the HCSE/pycnogenol vascular restoration. This is not some mystical solution, it is practical vascular science in action. Edema can be resolved and you now hold the practical nightly strategy. Begin this tonight, do not delay. Your daily comfort and your long-term circulatory well-being depend on it. Now, if you want to learn about the 3 ordinary daily foods that quietly erode your vascular flexibility and fuel this persistent inflammation, find my next video. That is the critical next phase toward achieving a lasting solution.